going on, YouTube? It's True Forever, baby. As you can see, I have a vest on. You'll understand in a minute. I mean, if you read the caption, if you read the thumbnail, yeah, you know, some wild stuff going on. So, I'll give y'all this story time, and please, viewer discretion is advised. But nah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy because this is real life stuff. Real life stuff. So, as you see, I have the vest on. This is literally the vest I had on when I was doing deliveries. So, quick background, give you some background. It's my second week in on doing Amazon Flex. Second week. And I didn't even go all week the last week. So my first week I think I did 3 or 4 days. And you know, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill. Second week, this was my second day of my second week doing deliveries. Don't mind my child, but yes, so the routes, you don't know what routes you're getting when you get there, like until you get there. Actually, they give you a QR code and then you scan and then you know what route you're going. So keep in mind, I'm in North Carolina, I'm in the Piedmont Triad area. So the time frame. So the available shifts, you know, you look for available shifts. If you know about Amazon Flex, you know you pick available shifts. If you don't know about it, you pick available shifts. You look on the app, you look at what's available in your area, and you pick the shift. So for the most part, there was very early in the morning shifts available. It wasn't many evening shifts. You might see them here and there, but my mindset was, yo, I can knock this out in the morning, do a few hours in the morning, and then have the rest of the day to myself and be good. You know, made a few dollars, cool. So the shift time was 3:45 a.m. to 6:45 a.m. And this is mostly what the shifts have been. So I've been taking them. That's what I was doing my whole first week, those 3:45 to 6:45s. My first couple shifts were nice areas. They was real nice areas. Towards the end of the week, like that last shift last week was, yeah, it's kind of, you know, midway, you know, kind of sketchy. So this week comes along, I'm there 3:30, 3:35, I'm there. Check in, you do your whole thing at the warehouse, right? At the warehouse, you go there, you scan your stuff. You scan the QR code. And you know, I was like, okay, I thought it was a sweet day. I scanned the QR code, I had 10 packages. Only 10. Only 10. So I was like, okay, this is sweet. But then also in the back of my mind, I was like, well, why is it only 10? Either I'm going far out or something's happening here. But you know, I did it anyway. And keep in mind, like, I'm not from North Carolina, so I don't know all the areas per se. So, okay, man, come on, you're distracting me. Okay, yeah, so I had my route. It was 3:45 to 6:45 in the morning. So I was there 3:35, checked in, did all of that. Went over to the side to scan the code, all of that. 10 packages. Did all of that, got out the warehouse, headed to my destination. Now from the warehouse, the ride was about 40 minutes. So I already felt like, man, I don't even know what's going on. But, you know, I'm not familiar with where I was going, so I just, you know, just doing the route. Got there, as I got in the area, a rural area. So if you don't know what a rural area is, it's pretty much like the country. And that's really where I was. I was in the country. It was dark as ever. Like, it was really dark outside. It was like 4 in the morning at the time. So you already know. So as I'm going to my first address, I went there, having a little difficulty finding the actual house, but I found the house, dropped the package off, got out of there. Went to my second delivery spot. It's probably about 5 to 7 minutes away from the first location. And this is where the issue started. So I pulled up. They had a driveway, big yard. I mean, in these country areas, it's a big yard, big space, acreage, type stuff. So I pulled in. It was like a one-way in, one-way out with the driveway, right? So I pulled in. I came in, kept my car on. I stopped my car. I kept my car lights on. I'm not trying to come in sneaky like. I'm not trying to, show anybody I'm trying to go into their house. None of that. Come in my car, parked it. I get out the car, right? I get the package from the back seat. I close the door. As I get in front of my car, trying to walk to the porch, there's a dog that comes from under a truck. Just out of nowhere, it comes from under a truck. So I'm like, oh man, crazy. Like, I'm just like, yo, I hope this dog does not attack me. It's ridiculous. I was just hoping and praying, but the dog looked at me. I stopped. I looked at it. I didn't want to start running or anything, because usually when you run away from dogs, especially, they'll try to chase after you. So luckily, it seemed like it was an older dog. The dog just started walking towards me. It had a little limp as it was walking. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it won't do anything. I still was cautious. So it did start getting closer, but I didn't let it get all the way close to like where it could lick me or something. So it got, somewhat close, and I kept walking towards the porch. So the porch is like on the right side where I was, kind of angled on the right side from where the driveway was. So I got to the porch, put the package on the door, took the picture, and I got back, I was heading back towards my car. As I was heading back towards my car, I was still looking out for the dog, because one, I didn't want to run over when I was leaving, but two, I didn't want to, I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want it to be looking at me, or just, I don't know. I didn't know it was going to try to attack me or whatever. So I didn't see the dog. The dog wasn't around. So I headed back to my vehicle. I got in. I had my driver's side window rolled down. Really just because, it's dark. It's dark. I'm just trying to make sure I'm seeing where I'm going, because I got to back up. I got to back up and start turning around to get out of the driveway. So that's exactly what I did. But I was taking my time a little bit, just trying to make sure I wasn't hitting anything. It had a couple trees like on the grass area. So I backed up. You know how you back up in your vehicle, and then you gotta turn some, and then back up again, turn. I'm trying to do my whole turnaround so I can face the end of the driveway. So as I'm doing that, I'm like halfway through, a little over halfway through my turn. Next thing you know, gunshot. Bah! I'm like, yo, what the hell? So then I'm finishing up my turn to face to get out. As I finish it up, another gunshot. Bah! I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So as that's happening, it's like, yo, I'm not trying to stop. I'm not trying to look back. None of that. It's like thankfully I was faced the way I needed to be. I sped up, I started getting out of there. I got out of there, I made my left turn to the street. Gone, like gone. I left out. I drove off so fast, it was just ridiculous. Like it's like, yo, why you busting 2 gunshots off? So I'm delivering a package. I mean, my mindset a little bit was like, oh, could have been thinking I was trying to do a home invasion or something, but it's like, yo, I left the package at your front door. Did you not see it? And also, I said I left my lights on, my car lights on. I had my vest on. Always had a vest on. It's like, once you see that, it's a good chance you should know, okay, somebody's delivering. It was like 4:30 in the morning at that time. It was just ridiculous. I said, nah, this ain't worth it. So as I drove off far enough where I felt, okay, a little more comfortable. And I called Amazon. It's like the Amazon customer service or something. So I called them and I talked to somebody. Somebody picked up and I told them what happened. It was like after I told them what happened, it's like, oh man, I understand. I'm sorry you went through that. But I'm gonna have to transfer you over to driver support. Driver support, huh? Okay. Transfer me over to driver support. While I'm on hold for like 15 minutes, just the music just playing. I'm like, what? This is crazy. So I hung up and I called driver support again. I called them. They had an automated message talking about they're not open. They're not open. Hold on. So y'all got people delivering 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and y'all don't have 24/7 support? That don't make much sense to me. So I'm mad. Like, I'm just very frustrated. It's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know what the person was trying to do. I didn't see who shot, I didn't see the person. I knew where it was coming from, came from that direction. The home was alone. It was right there. I knew it was coming from the home. It's like, yo, why y'all shooting? So I was like, yo, at that point in time, I said, nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I'm not risking my life to deliver packages. Nah. I got a family come home too. Shit, I'm just trying to stay alive. So at that moment, I decided to head right back to the warehouse. I headed right back to the warehouse, and it was another 40-minute drive. So, I dealt with that. I took it. I got there. As you can see, I'm gonna show some clips, just kind of like how I was looking during that time. That's how dark it was, so you can get a glimpse of what I was dealing with. But got to the facility, and I ended up talking to one of the workers, mentioning, letting them know what happened. And, I have to return the rest of these packages because I'm not delivering the rest of this stuff. Keep in mind, I delivered 2 packages. I had 8 more packages left. When you thought 10 packages was sweet, nah. And this is why. So the area I was in, if y'all want to know, where was it? Madison. It was Madison, North Carolina. So if y'all know about it, if you know about it. If you don't, it was a rural area in the country. It was wild. So, but yeah, I told the guy, and this was his response. Hey, what's going on? So when I was on my route, I wasn't feeling safe. I dropped off at one spot, and dude fired off 2 gunshots. So okay. I'm just trying to return these packages.
Oh, okay. It's only 2 those?
Yeah, it's like 8 packages in here.
Alright, drive around over there and we'll load them up.
Okay, thanks. So basically just not even sounding like it was much of a concern about what happened to me. But I just brushed it off. I said, okay, I'm gonna just call customer service or Amazon support again later today where I know it's open, and then, you know, report it. So, you know, I dropped the packages off. I headed home. I haven't delivered since. So I reported it to the Amazon, you know, Amazon support, the driver support, whatever. I mean, they jumped on it. They filed a claim. I talked to somebody else, you know, deeper in the investigation team. Currently, I'm still waiting. So, you know, for any other results with that. So I'll keep y'all updated with that. But I haven't delivered since. So I say all this to say, be cautious when you're doing Amazon Flex. Just be cautious if you do it at all. So these were the shifts that was available to me. It was the 3:45 to 6:45 a.m. shift. Now, you know, if you do a night shift, I can't say it's gonna be any different. I don't know. To be real with you, I haven't done that shift. I haven't even done a midday shift. I was 2 weeks in. So I can't really tell you, but I would assume if you're doing a midday shift, there's any midday shifts available. Anything during the daytime, I would assume is more safe to do it them times. But regardless, if you're doing any shift for Amazon Flex, whatever shift you're doing, and you don't feel safe, do not deliver any more packages. There's no point. You don't need to risk your life for a few dollars. Like, it's not worth it. I don't care how much they giving. $100, $80, whatever they're giving. It's not worth your life. It's not worth it. So that's how I felt when I dealt with that, and I haven't delivered since. Really, I'm just trying to make sense of it all. Like, I mean, I wasn't feeling it. So if you do Amazon Flex, you know, it's just my story to you. Y'all have any questions, concerns? If y'all know about the Madison, North Carolina area, or any other areas that you dealt with, any other areas that, you know, have been unsafe, you've had any other stories with that, put it down in the comments, man. You know, I love to, you know, hear what y'all have to say. Let's start a conversation. Like, let's just giving out this information to y'all, you know, give y'all a heads up. I said, if you've already dealt with these things, if you know, have experience with Amazon Flex, you have anything to say, just put in the comments below, man. Just like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all time. I'll keep y'all updated, man, just on how it's resolved. But initially, I wasn't feeling the fact they ain't had the 24/7 support, just off rip. It's like, I mean, come on. Y'all got people delivering all types of the day, night. Y'all need to have this available. So, I mean, thank God I didn't have a scratch on me. So, you know, it you know, worked out that way, but it's crazy. It is crazy. So, Truth Forever, baby. Appreciate y'all listening in. Subscribe.